WKAR TV presents QuizBusters. Today, the Panthers of DeWitt take on the Pioneers of Clare. Now, here's the host of QuizBusters, Matt Ottinger.
Hi. Thank you. Hello, everybody. Welcome to QuizBusters. White division action this time on the program. We have two teams ready to play their first round game. Let's meet our teams and get right to the action. Starting with the Panthers of DeWitt. They are Mike Schaefer, Nick Bozen. The captain is Christina Kirkovic. And on the end we have David Kirkovic. Their alternate is Justin Russell. Their advisor is Frank Deek. And they'll be playing the Pioneers of Clare. Let's meet them now. They are Aaron Mayhew, Angela Schroeder. The captain is Aaron Schultz. On the end, Nissa Winstead. Their alternate is Paul Morley. Their advisor is Lynn Laskowski. This is a white division game. The smaller schools on QuizBusters play in the white division. The teams on your screen, they're qualified for the tournament by winning their first round game, their qualifying games, or in the case of Clare, as you see there, advancing as a wild card team. The teams the teams in gray that you saw there have since lost their contest and are no longer in our tournament. These two teams are in our tournament, and we'll see which one of them will advance in the next 30 minutes as we play our contest. Good luck to all players. Let's get started with this 10-point toss-up question for control. This 750,000 square mile body of water washes the coasts of at least 12 Latin American and West Indian republics. Angela, Clare.
Caribbean Sea.
The Caribbean Sea. Name it. That's right. 10 points. Clare in control. Bonus time. You know how it works. Aaron, you're the captain. I'll take answers from you once you've conferred on these. Famous forts is your bonus category. Here's question number 1. Fort Sumter, where the first clash of the Civil War occurred, is located in the harbor of what city? And I need your answer.
Time.
Sorry, took too long on that. Charleston, South Carolina. That's what we needed. No points there. We have a new toss-up now for all players. Which government agency operates and maintains more than 300 lighthouses for boats in the United States? Mike DeWitt.
Coast Guard.
The Coast Guard. That's right. For 10 points. DeWitt tied the game. Your bonus category, famous people with rocks in their names. All the questions will deal with people who have rock as part of their names, and I'll be giving you their names. The questions will have to do about them. Here's your first question. Norman Rockwell is famous for his paintings of rural and small-town life in America. He was perhaps best known for producing more than 300 covers for what magazine?
Saturday Evening Post.
That's right, for 10 points. Question 2. Nelson Rockefeller, the grandson of John D. Rockefeller, was picked by Gerald Ford to serve as his vice president. Earlier, Rockefeller had been elected 4 times as governor of what state?
New York.
New York.
New York is right for 10. For your bonus, Knute Rockne established the great football tradition at Notre Dame by winning 105 games against 12 losses and 5 ties. Give me any one year during which Knute Rockne served as head coach of the Fighting Irish.
1906. I think 1913. 30 or something. 13.
And need your answer.
1913.
1913 is a few years too early. He started in 1918. Was coached throughout the 20s until 1931. 10 points on your category, 30 points total. 20 points, excuse me. You know how it worked. 20 points on your bonus, 30 points total, 20-point lead. We have a new toss-up now for all players. In fox hunting, this cry is shouted when the fox... That's Christina DeWitt.
Tally-ho.
Tally-ho. Very quick on that. 10 points for DeWitt. It's a contraction of a French phrase that means he is up, and you didn't even need that part of it. Several of you went down on the buzzers at once. Christina came up with it first, and DeWitt is in control. Ancient cities, your bonus category. Identify the ancient civilizations that established each of the following cities. Your first one is Memphis. And I need your answer.
Crete.
Not the Cretes, no, the Egyptians. That's what I needed there. No points there. You'll stay at 40. We have a new toss-up for all players. Its rates are $10 per room, but business has been rather slow, and sometimes all 12 of its cabins are vacant. Nevertheless, those guests who do check in tend not to check out. Name this. David DeWitt.
The Bates Motel.
Fictional motel created by Alfred Hitchcock. That's right. 10 points. Well done. Some good anticipation on that one, David. DeWitt is in control. U.S. geography is your bonus category. Here's question number 1. What state makes up almost all of Oklahoma's northern border?
Nebraska.
North Dakota. Not South Dakota.
I need your answer.
South Dakota.
Not South Dakota. That's much, much further north. Kansas is the right answer. Kansas. No points on your bonus. Again, you'll stay at 50. And we have a new toss-up for all players. If you leave Las Vegas and travel due east, into what U.S. state will you... That is David DeWitt.
Utah.
Utah is the wrong answer. I'll finish it. Angela doesn't need any more.
Idaho.
Arizona. Arizona, the right answer. The toss-up on U.S. geography stumped both of our players. We have a new toss-up for all players. In the early years of our nation's history, there were 3 U.S. ambassadors to England named Adams. Name any 2 of them. David DeWitt.
John Adams and Samuel Adams.
I'm sorry, that's a wrong answer. Claire, any ideas? You can't confer on this. Angela, Claire?
John Adams and John Quincy Adams.
That's right. 10 points for Claire. They're in control. John Quincy, and Charles Francis, who were father, son, and grandson, respectively. Claire, once again in control. Shakespeare, your bonus category. I'll name 3 prominent characters from a Shakespeare play. You name the play. First, Oberon, Titania, and Puck.
A Midsummer Night's Dream.
A Midsummer Night's Dream is right for 10 points. Next, Portia, Antonio, and Shylock.
The Merchant of Venice.
The Merchant of Venice is right for 10. For your bonus and to take the lead, Cassio, Desdemona, and Iago.
Othello.
Othello is right. 20 points in the Shakespeare category. That's sweet. Well done. I was expecting that noise right about then. That's our pop quiz at this opportune time. It's a 10-point game, 120 points at stake as we play our first pop quiz. One-on-one action. Players, your letter combination, 2 letters this time, E-L. E-L will begin all correct responses. We'll start with Mike from DeWitt and Aaron from Clare. To run away with the intention of getting... Mike? Time. Don't say anything, Mike. I'll finish it for Aaron. To run away with the intention of getting married.
Elope.
I'm sorry?
Elope.
Elope is the right answer. Married being the key word there. Next. An aromatic preparation often sweetened and used for flavoring drugs or any magical or supernatural potion. Aaron?
Elixir.
Elixir is right for 10. Finally. Qualified to be chosen from a group or in... Aaron?
Elite.
Elite is the wrong answer. Mike, I'll finish it for you. Qualified to be chosen from a group or entitled to receive something. Mike?
Eligible.
Eligible is the word that we needed. That's good for 10. We go to Nick from DeWitt and Angela from Clare. A person who is respected because of his or her age. Angela?
Elder.
An elder. That's good for 10 points. Next. To draw forth a response or... Nick?
Elect.
Elit is a wrong answer. I'll finish it. Angela doesn't need any more.
Elicit.
Elicit is the right answer, to draw forth a response or an action. Finally, an industrial and commercial city in West Texas on the Rio Grande.
Time.
Ooh, I'm sorry, Angela, the timer got you on that one. El Paso, Texas. The captains now, Christina from DeWitt and Aaron from Clare. The island in Upper New York Bay, Aaron?
Ellis Island.
Ellis Island, long recognized as the chief U.S. immigration station. Next. A plane figure obtained when a plane intersects... Aaron?
Ellipse.
Ellipse. A plane intersects a cone obliquely. That's an ellipse. Finally. Made with care and much attention to find... Aaron?
Elicit.
I'm sorry, that's the wrong answer. I'll finish it for Christina. Made with care and much attention to fine detail.
Elaborate.
Elaborate is good, or elegant. Either one of those would be acceptable. We end with David from DeWitt and Nissa from Clare. To slip away from something, David?
Elude.
Or someone and avoid capture. That's the rest of that. Elude is right for 10 points. Next. The Danish town whose castle is the setting for Shakespeare's Hamlet.
Time.
There's some people in the audience who wish they'd had that one. Elsinore is the right answer. Elsinore. Finally, To raise something to a higher position. David?
Elevate.
Elevate is right. 10 points for that one. That's the pop quiz. Both teams, very well done. Clare has retaken the lead. It's a 30-point game. We have a new toss-up for all players. In front of the New Orleans Museum of Art is a white sculpture called Lipizzaner. What animal does it, Christina DeWitt?
Horse.
A horse. That's what it depicts, and that's good for 10 points. DeWitt is in control. Independence, your bonus category, DeWitt. Identify the countries from which each of the following achieved their independence in the year stated. Your first one is Algeria in 1962.
France.
France is right for 10 points. Next, Belize in 1981.
England.
England.
England is right, formerly British Honduras. That's good for 10 points. The game is tied. Your final one, Angola in 1975. And I need your
Spain.
answer. Not Spain, you were close. Portuguese West Africa, it was called. Portugal, the right answer. 20 points in your bonus, we've got us a tie. New toss-up for all players. It was written in a suite on the second floor of Istanbul's glamorous Terapolis Hotel. While the author stayed in Istanbul, her characters left in a train bound for Paris. Name this classic by Agatha Christie. Aaron M. Clare.
Murder on the Orient Express.
Name this classic by Agatha Christie. Murder on the Orient Express is right. 10 points for Clare. They're in control. Presidential elections is your bonus category. I'll name a candidate who finished second in a presidential election. You name the winner of that presidential race. I'm not going to give you the year, but there's only one correct answer in each case. Your first one is Aaron Burr. I need your answer.
Thomas Jefferson.
Jefferson is right for 10 points. Next, Theodore Roosevelt. I need your answer.
McKinley.
Not McKinley, no. Woodrow Wilson is the man who defeated Roosevelt. 10 points on your bonus, 10 points for the toss-up, a 20-point lead. And halftime. What a great first half of action. It's been a while since we've had a really good game like this. We certainly have one now. Both our teams can now take a breath, take your hands off the buzzers, relax for a minute, and I'll tell the folks at home that the QuizBusters are playing for fun, for pride, and ultimately for prizes. We have a grand prize awaiting one team at the end of our championship season, and here's Dan Bayer to tell you what that special prize is.
QuizBusters is pleased to announce that for the fourth consecutive year, up to 5 students on the championship team will each receive one-year scholarships to Michigan State University. This grand prize is offered through the generosity and support of the Provost and the Office of Admissions and Scholarships at MSU.
The grand prize awaiting one team at the end of the season. Right now, the business at hand. A really good contest, a 20-point game. It's been back and forth. We should have a lot of fun in the second half. We've got a pop quiz waiting for you halfway through. Players will, of course, end the game with that 60-second lightning round. If the game stays this close, that will determine our winners. Good luck to all players. We have a multiple-choice toss-up question to get started in the second half. The early Greek philosopher Thales of Miletus speculated that the world originated in and was sustained by which one of the 4 basic elements, earth, air, fire, or water? David DeWitt.
Air.
Air is a wrong answer. Claire, Nisa.
Water.
Water is the right answer. 10 points for Claire. They're in control. Biology is your bonus category, Claire. Here's question number 1. Where in your body would you find a cell called an osteocyte? O-S-T-E-O-C-Y-T-E.
In your bones.
In your bones. That's right for 10 points. Next, 2 colors designate the 2 varieties of marrow. Name either one of them.
Red.
Red is right. Yellow is the other one. For your bonus, what subclass of flowering plants has netted leaf veins and flower parts in 4s or 5s? And I need your answer.
Angiosperms.
Not angiosperms, dicots is what we needed. 20 points on your bonus. You go to 170. Dicotyledons or dicots, the right answer. Claire, 50-point lead. New toss-up, all players. In the German election of 1932, Paul von Hindenburg defeated which candidate by 6 million? David DeWitt.
Hitler.
It was Hitler. 6 million votes. 10 points for DeWitt. They're in control. You could theoretically tie the game with a sweep on these. Islands is your bonus category. I'll name some individual islands of the world which are collectively part of an island chain or group. You name the group of islands to which they belong. Your first one, St. Croix, St. Thomas, and St. John.
Virgin Islands.
The Virgin Islands is right for 10 points. Your next one, Unimak, Unalaska, and Umnak.
Aleutian.
The Aleutian Islands is right for 10 points. For a tie, Luzon, Mindanao, and Samar. And I need your answer.
Micronesia.
Not Micronesia. Luzon, the largest island in the Philippines. That's the answer that we needed. 20 points on your bonus, 150 your total. New toss-up, all players. Name the only full calendar year in which John Kennedy served Nick DeWitt.
1962.
That's right. 10 points for DeWitt. They're in control once again. Children's stories, your bonus category, DeWitt. Question number 1. Who created the fictional one-legged pirate Long John Silver?
Robert Louis Stevenson.
Robert Louis Stevenson.
In Treasure Island. That's right for 10 points. The game is tied. Question 2. The best-known work of Carlo Collodi is also one of the best-known feature cartoons from the Walt Disney Studios. Name it.
Pinocchio.
Pinocchio is right for the lead. Finally, in what novel by British author Enid Bagnold did the title character, a 14-year-old girl, dream of and finally succeed at riding her horse to victory at the Grand National?
National Velvet.
National Velvet.
That's right. 20 points and a sweep of the category. Well done. We have a new toss-up for all players. When you call a friend in Spain, her husband answers the phone and says, "Mi esposa está dormido." What? Mike DeWitt.
My wife is sleeping.
My wife is sleeping. That's right for 10 points. DeWitt's in control once again. All I needed was sleeping, and that's the reason she couldn't come to the phone. DeWitt in control on a very quick toss-up on that one. The art world, your bonus category. I'll name a painting generally considered to be an artist's best-known work. You identify the artist. Question number 1, American Gothic.
Grant Wood.
Wood.
Wood is right. Grant Wood for 10 points. Next, The Night Watch.
Rembrandt.
Rembrandt is right for 10. Finally, The Persistence of Memory.
Salvador Dali.
Dali.
Dali, Salvador Dali is right. 20 points and another quick one. A full sweep of the category. DeWitt's taken hold of a couple of toss-ups, run with the bonuses, and pulled out to an 80-point lead, if my math serves me. We have 120 points at stake, though, in the second pop quiz, which was most exciting in the first half, as you remember. This time around, players, we have more EL, same letter combination. EL once again. Lots more of these. We will begin with Mike from DeWitt and Aaron from Clare. The joint which connects the... Mike?
Elbow.
That's correct, Mike. 10 points for you. The forearm and the upper arm. Next. Filled with joy. Mike?
Elated.
Elated is right for 10 points. Finally, a little creature of folklore with magical... Mike?
Elf.
Elf is right. Magical power. That's good for 10 points, and Mike swept those, pulled out to a larger lead. Nick from DeWitt and Angela from Clare. Having the ability to recover its original size or shape after deformation.
Time.
Something like that would be elastic. Elastic, the word we needed. Next. A poem which laments the death of someone. Angela?
Elegy.
Elegy is right for 10. Finally, the act or process of choosing something by vote. Nick?
Election.
Election is what we needed. That's good for 10 points. We go to the captains, Christina from DeWitt, Aaron from Clare. The largest member of the deer family. Christina.
Elk.
Elk is right, taking DeWitt to 300. Next. The city of Spanish legend, said to be rich in gold and treasure. Christina.
El Dorado.
El Dorado is right for 10 points. Finally, the few who are considered to be... Aaron?
Elite.
That's when we needed elite, socially, intellectually, or professionally superior to the rest of a group or society. David from DeWitt, Nissa from Clare. A tall, graceful, deciduous tree with hard... Nisa?
Elm.
Elm with hard wood and simple leaves. That's good for 10. Next. The fluent, skillful use of words. Nisa?
Eloquence.
Eloquence or elocution to new hearers or readers. Finally, the largest living land mammal. Nisa?
Elephant.
Elephant is right. Swept those. Well done. That gets you back in the game. Nisa kept the game close by sweeping those last 3. It's a 90-point game. The next time we hear the fanfare, we'll go to the lightning round. That's how we'll do this. Good luck to all players. We have a new toss-up for all of you. How many more edges than vertices does a triangular-based pyramid have? Aaron, Clare?
4.
4 is a wrong answer. DeWitt, any ideas? Mike?
2.
2 more. That's correct. DeWitt is in control. Has 2 more edges than it has vertices. DeWitt is in control. Fidel Castro, your bonus category. Here's question number 1. An unsuccessful 1961 effort to overthrow Castro was named for the bay on the southern coast of Cuba from which the invasion began. Name it.
Bay of Pigs.
Bay of Pigs is right for 10. Next. Castro was caught in the middle of a 1962 crisis in which President Kennedy forced the Soviet Union to remove missiles from Cuba. Who was the Soviet premier at the time?
Khrushchev.
Khrushchev is right for 10 points for your bonus. The overthrow of what Cuban leader in 1959 paved the way for Castro to assume power in Cuba? I need your answer.
Chavez.
Not Chavez, no. Fulgencio Batista. Batista, the answer that we needed. 20 points on your bonus, you go to 340. We have a new toss-up for all players. In 1973, 2 men were awarded the Nobel Peace Prize for the Vietnam... Aaron S. Clare.
Anwar Sadat and...
I'm sorry, that's a wrong answer. I'll finish it for DeWitt. 2 men were awarded the Nobel Peace Prize for the Vietnam peace negotiations. Name either of those 2 men. Mike, DeWitt.
Kissinger.
Kissinger's right. 10 points for DeWitt. They're in control once again. Lee Duc Tho is the other one from North Vietnam. DeWitt in control. Martin Van Buren, your bonus category. Here's question number 1. Van Buren intended to continue the policies of Andrew Jackson, his predecessor in the White House, but economic hard times during his administration made him very unpopular. He was defeated in his 1940 re-election attempt by what Whig candidate?
William Henry Harrison.
Harrison.
I need a more specific
William
answer.
Henry.
William Henry Harrison is the right answer for 10 points. Next. Van Buren's long political career included state legislator, U.S. senator, and governor of his home state. What was Van Buren's home state?
New York.
New York is right for 10. For your bonus, in 1848, Van Buren was the presidential candidate for a political party formed to oppose the expansion of slavery into new territories. What was the name of that political party?
Free Soil.
Free Soil is right. 20 points again, and a sweep of the category. Very well done. New toss-up players, you may need your pens. A pork roast should be cooked 50 minutes per pound. How many hours should a 6-pound roast? Mike DeWitt.
5 hours.
5 hours. Very quick on that, Mike. That's good for 10 points. Once again, DeWitt in control. Very quick on that buzzer. Your bonus category, Native Americans. Here's question number 1. The giant sequoia trees are named in honor of the Native American leader who designed an alphabet for his people and taught thousands of them to read and write during his lifetime. Name the tribe he helped unite by giving them their own written language.
Cherokee.
Cherokee is right for 10 points. Next. His real name was Goalthay, which means one who yawns. He was an Apache chief born in Arizona in 1829. He led raids in Mexico and the U.S. and surrendered to U.S. troops in 1886. Name him.
Geronimo.
Geronimo is right for 10 points. Your bonus. His real name was Makatamisha Kiyak. Makatamisha Kiyak. He was an Algonquin leader whose defeat at Bad Axe River led to the first Indian cession of lands in Iowa. Name him.
Sitting Bull.
And I need your answer.
Cadillac.
Not Cadillac. Blackhawk was the answer that I needed. 20 points on your bonus. You go to 420. Most impressive. We have a new toss-up for all players. Which part of the tree Cinnamonum is used for the spice cinnamon? Aaron S. Clare.
Bark.
The bark of the tree. That's good for 10 points. Clare in control. The Clinton administration is your bonus category, Clare. Here's question number 1. Name the former California corporate lawyer who now is responsible for most foreign policy decisions as Clinton's Secretary of State. And I need your answer.
Les Aspin.
No, he's the Secretary of Defense. William Christopher, the Secretary of State. No points on that. You'll stay at 230. And we will head to the lightning round. DeWitt most impressive in that second half, taking the toss-ups and running with the bonuses. We have 60 seconds of questions remaining, players. Toss-ups, 10 points when you're right. When you're wrong, we'll subtract 10 points from your score and move straight to the next question. DeWitt is at 420. Clare is at 230. Give me 60 seconds on the clock. The lightning round begins now. Which English monarch was nicknamed the Virgin Queen? Christina.
Elizabeth I.
Right. Thor and Odin are two of the major deities in the mythology. David.
Norse.
Right. How many Great Lakes are there? Aaron S.
6.
Wrong. What future president led the Allied invasion of Europe in June? Nick.
Eisenhower.
Right. What do you call an optical illusion of water in a... Aaron S.
A mirror.
Wrong. In what country was Vincent van Gogh born? Aaron S.
France.
Wrong. What country's flag has a red circle on a white background? Nick.
Japan.
Right. PT is the atomic symbol of what element? Mike.
Platinum.
Wrong. What is the most populated island in the Hawaiian island? David.
Oahu.
Right. What is the square root of 10,000? Mike.
100.
Right. The Sphinx had the head of a human and the body of... Aaron S. Right. Who wrote the music for Swan Lake? David.
Tchaikovsky.
Right. What state borders California to the... Aaron.
Oregon.
That's good. That's right. 10 points. Very well done. The rest of that question, what state borders California to the north? And Aaron guessed that it was Oregon, and she was right. The other ones that the players missed. An optical illusion of water in a desert. You gave me mirror mirage is what I wanted. Vincent van Gogh was born in the Netherlands. And PT, not a bad guess, platinum, plutonium, the right answer. Plutonium, the right answer. Clare, I'm sorry it didn't work out better for you. The first half was most exciting, but then, as I said, DeWitt took those toss-up questions and then was able to make the best use of the bonuses. We thank you for coming down. Hope you had fun. Let's have a hand for the pioneers of Clare who gave us an excellent game. Second half rally, DeWitt, a big win for you. You'll move on in our tournament. We'll have an opponent for you in a few weeks. Let's have a hand for DeWitt, the Panthers. Next time on the program, Mason versus Howell in Green Division action. Please join us for that contest. For all of us here on QuizBusters, I'm Matt Ottinger. Enjoy.